Hey, this is Jelani Stokes, and today's a special treat for me and for you. We're going to be watching Michael Jackson's performance of Billie Jean at Motown 25. Well, that was Michael Jackson's performance of Billie Jean at Motown 25. I'm speechless. There's so much I could say about this song, this performance. We could literally turn this into a 2-hour video based on, the stories, breaking down the music, all of it. So I'm going to do my best to keep it to a short time period. So forgive me. This is one of my all-time favorite songs. I actually did a small little acapella portion in my Jackson's medley. Check this out. I think is so underrated as a songwriter because he's so looked upon as a singer and a dancer and an entertainer. People forget about the songs that he's written and produced and he's shared with us over the years. I mean, this being one of them. He wrote Billie Jean. He wrote Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. He wrote Beat It. He wrote Smooth Criminal, Bad, The Way You Make Me Feel, and so many others. So I don't believe he gets a lot of credit. And I think the most amazing part about him writing all these songs is that he doesn't even play an instrument. Let that sink in. He's written all of these iconic songs and he doesn't even play an instrument. Story goes, what he would do is he would have the entire song in his head and he would sing out the parts. So for example, if you listen to a lot of his later stuff, and even on some of this, he can beatbox. The man can beatbox. And I think that helped him a lot in getting people to be able to interpret what he wanted. I'm a beatboxer, and that was one way that when I would be writing my songs, I would do the beat. And then I would take what I beatboxed and then I would break it down and then transfer it to the song. Now, I was able to play it. He would have someone else play it for him. Amazing. If you could pinpoint when he went from being Michael Jackson, the music star, R&B singer, to Michael Jackson, the king of pop, I'm the most famous individual in the world, this performance was that fork in the road. This performance was so iconic that this is the basis of who he became pretty much for the rest of his life. This was the Motown 25 anniversary show where Motown was celebrating 25 years of being in service. The idea was during this time, Motown was not doing well financially. And they thought, let's do a celebration, bring all these artists back because unfortunately, a lot of their famous artists were no longer with the label. So they said, let's bring them all back. Let's have this nostalgic night and let's have a great time, film it and show it out there and get people nostalgic about what Motown used to be. So she goes about getting all the artists, getting all the talent. 2 holdouts for the show who actually ended up eventually agreeing. You had Marvin Gaye and you had Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was reluctant to do it because he felt as though he was doing too much television. He agreed to come, but he wanted to sit in the audience. But what they wanted to do was to put a reunion together with the Jackson 5. Now, mind you, he is still performing with his brothers, the Jacksons, but the Jackson 5 had not been together since 1975 because little brother Randy took older brother Jermaine's spot in the Jackson 5 when they became the Jacksons because Jermaine was married to Berry Gordy's daughter, Hazel. And because his father-in-law was the owner of the company, that and some other things, he felt compelled to stay with Motown when the rest of the brothers left. So for these 8 years, they had not sung with Jermaine. So this was the show where they were going to be together again for the first time in 8 years. It was huge. So he reluctantly agrees, but he says on one condition. he wanted the solo spot. Now, this is how big Michael Jackson was just at this point. They agreed to allow him to sing a song that was written and recorded and released by another record company on a prime time show. Yes, look at my face. That would never happen today. No. But to get Michael on the show, that's what they did. So Michael Jackson is a rehearsal fanatic. He will rehearse over and over and over again to get it just right. And he did that with this Billie Jean routine. If you really pay attention to the dance, you can see a lot of inspiration from famous dancers such as Fred Astaire, Gene Kelly, James Brown, Sammy Davis Jr. But what really put him over the top was this move. At the time, it was called the backslide, which got redubbed the moonwalk thanks to Michael. Nobody from a mass standpoint in this country had ever seen a move like that. Now, here's the history. That move had been performed for years, and I'm talking 30, 40 years before this show even was thought of. But because it was a dancer's move, it became like a breakdance move. It really wasn't getting that kind of attention. So Michael Jackson studies dance, and he loves all type of dance, especially breakdance, street dance. So when he sees this move, he says, I gotta do it. Now, story goes, he sees this move being performed by an individual by the name of Jeffrey Daniels, who was in an R&B group called Shalamar, and they had a hit out at the time called A Night to Remember. He was overseas promoting this song for the Top of the Pop show, and he shows off the backslide. And story goes, Michael saw this, called up Jeffrey Daniels. They formed a friendship, and Jeffrey Daniels was the one who showed him the moonwalk. Now, there's other stories. He said that he learned it from the kids. There's even a story that members of New Edition kind of showed him. But, you know, Jeffrey Daniels was probably the one I'll stick with, because Jeffrey actually stayed with Michael for a while and helped choreograph a lot of his later numbers, especially, you know, incorporating a lot of the street breakdancing aspects. But when this man did the moonwalk and you hear the crowd scream, that was what made this man, that's what made this performance iconic. This was the moment where Michael Jackson became the king of pop. Whew. I barely scratched the surface, but we're gonna leave it there. Billie Jean, great song, great performance. Check it out. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching my video today. Please make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and don't forget to click that notification bell, because when I release that next video, and I will, you're going to be one of the first ones to know about it. But until then, take care. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun making this one. And if you have any comments, please comments right here, likes right here, subscribe right here. Thank you again. Look forward to seeing you soon.